deserve the same rights to access to KiwiSaver as any other. Thank you.
Mr Speaker.
I call Jan Logie.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. It's a pleasure to rise and offer support to Select Committee for this bill, the KiwiSaver Foster Parents Opting In for Children in Their Care Amendment Bill. And as usual, I would like to offer my congratulations to the member, National MP Hamish Walker, for getting this bill drawn and for leading off on this conversation. So this bill will make it possible for any foster parent or kin carer to approach KiwiSaver provider to open an account for a foster child in their care. Now, the Green Party has long been a fan of supporting low-income families and children in particular to be able to contribute to KiwiSaver. We've had a policy of actually starting accounts for every child in this country to have $1,000 in KiwiSaver, and for families below the poverty line to be able to have a contribution by the state of $200 a week up until the child turned 18. And the intent of that, which would have resulted in every child when they were 18 having an average of $12,000 in their account, as a mechanism to address that wealth inequality that we see in our country, where some children are very lucky to have family money behind them, which gives them opportunities when they come to that next stage of their life of considering study or employment or just buying a car to be able to have more options. So this was our policy. So we are quite interested in the discussions around how we can use KiwiSaver to support young people in our society who have fewer resources. So we're happy to support this to Select Committee. I would say, though, that we do have some concerns around the detail of the bill that we will be looking to properly discuss and hear from submitters on. Some of the issues that we are concerned about is that while there is the provider, Simplicity, who has said that they won't charge fees, actually, is it appropriate for government to be setting up a mechanism or a system that privileges one provider that would, over the long term, have a financial return from that? Is that appropriate? And if it's not, and this is actually just set up neutrally right across, then actually do we want to be in the situation of young people who are not able to contribute but have the account opened in their name and fees accruing, actually ending up with a deficit in their account, so actually us contributing to them being further behind than they were in the starting point? That is clearly, with our goals around improving equity and reducing inequality, something that we could not support. And also just to be looking at how this sits with the other arrangements through Oranga Tamariki and the financial delegations, which currently for foster carers sit with the agency rather than the foster parents. What are the implications of shifting that for the children? And I hear the ideas that were presented from the previous speaker about providing more opportunities for foster parents to be able to support the children in their care. And I do think there's a question we need to ask about, is this in the best interest of us as a country, when sometimes the foster arrangements may be quite short-term? Do we want to be enabling all foster parents to be able to do this when the child may only be in their care for a few weeks? And the implications are lifelong. That I think those questions we will need to properly interrogate through the Select Committee process. But it is a we do welcome the conversation, and it is in some ways a nice reversal from the last government's erosion of KiwiSaver. So we're happy to support this.
Yeah, Speaker.
I
Speaker.
call Tabati Coffin.
Malo e lau mali e. That there is my